Secrets of Elune, Shadows and Light, Cosmic Balancer of Warcraft revealed. I've been talking about this for a while now, that I believe the theme of the World Soul Saga is going to be about balance. Bringing balance to everything, the ultimate balancing. I feel like the Titans have been trying to keep things imbalanced, and Azeroth will be the ultimate balancing force in the end. Let's see what our buddy Zaxxas has to say here about balance going forward.
Welcome back, heroes. Have you ever wondered what spurred the stars into being? Just who exactly screwed in the light bulbs that dot Azeroth's night sky? Folks, today we have something a little different in store as we try to understand the mechanisms of the cosmos as a means of forecasting the war within and beyond. This video is but the stage setup for a theory that is playing for all the marbles. We call this theory the Elune Truth Saga. The Elune Truth Saga is so expansive and mind-blowing that it cannot be contained within any single YouTube video.
This literally looks like it's what Metson is saying. This is great.
It is built to play out over multiple videos.
Hold on,
over the next few weeks.
He lined it up so perfectly, I really thought that he had like AI generate the Metson.
Today's report, the Elune Enigma. Child of Shadow and Light, Mother of World Souls, and Azeroth herself, all in one? I'm your host, Nazax, broadcasting from Knowledge Wars headquarters, and I'm joined...
My logo's on his desk. Oh, he pointed this out to me, and it's there. I just noticed it.
Today by a fellow long-eared friend hailing from the forests of Kalimdor. Larandir, say hello, we're live.
I am honored.
Larandir here is going to share a unique perspective on the very nature of reality, as he recalls a tantalizing experience. A vision he claims was bestowed upon him by the goddess herself, whatever that means. Take it away, Larandir.
It was on a night like this, not long ago, that I found myself unbalanced and weary, sat beside a moon well. Beseeching the goddess, I prayed to the Mother Moon, asking for wisdom and truth. Long I gazed into the moon well.
Smart to pull Elune into this, because I really feel like Elune is going to be extremely relevant going forward. She's one of the most mysterious characters left in the game. Now that we had so much revealed in Shadowlands, we still don't know much about Elune. She's definitely going to be some type of balancing force going forward.
Allowing its arcane energies to wash over my mind, until lucidity from this world receded, and my vision gave way to a greater light. Passed I beyond even the emerald dream as my spirit, lifted from reality, wandered in search of answers. Then I heard a song. Its tone was melancholic, yet hopeful, familiar as it was unknown, and I felt drawn to it.
Song of Azeroth?
As I neared the source, a vivid radiance began to fill my sight, one that I at first perceived as a mere fraction of the goddess's light, but then realized it was a greater, more complete whole to a fraction that I previously knew. The radiant song filled my spirit, hurling my consciousness through time, and a vision of all was revealed to me. First, there was light. I watched in awe as a boundless prismatic sea swelled into symphonies of joy and hope, expanding and shifting form without end. However, as the energy expanded, pockets of it faded and dimmed, darkening into a cold nothingness.
Are these lines directly from Chronicle? Is that where you pulled this stuff from? Because this sounds familiar. Either that, or I'm thinking like about our actual solar system and how these work. It's interesting.
There was void. Just as the light had expanded, so too did this vampiric force, devouring all energy.
Some of them are verbatim, yes,
and twisting creation inward to feed upon itself. As they moved against each other, a mounting tension between these two opposing yet inseparable energies catalyzed a series of indescribable explosions, rupturing the fabric of creation.
Okay,
this is trippy shit.
So far.
From the collision of these two magnificent forces, I watched as a new realm unfolded into existence. A dual realm, one made of two.
How does that work?
Two halves there are to the greater realm, that eternal aeon which is all-pervading, For she is the cosmos, born of shadows and light. First, there was the physical plane,
Right.
the great dark
Makes sense.
beyond. Broiling in a maelstrom of holy fire and magic, remnants of the collision formed into raw elements, merging and spinning into unnumbered primordial worlds. I saw shards of light scattered by the birth of the cosmos, suffusing the matter of these worlds with the spark of life, giving rise to
damn.
creatures of
There it
wondrous
is.
and terrible diversity. Then there was the spiritual plane, the twisting nether. An
That's
astral
right.
dimension weaved together with the most unstable energies produced from the Great Collision, existing outside the borders of the physical.
So basically what he, real quick, just what he kind of talked about here, these are basically, I'm guessing like world souls being shot out and, they enter, these physical forms here. They go into the planets and then that's where life starts to come about after, while they are essentially germinating. That was like the old lore, was saying that planets formed around world souls and the world souls basically grew and then they finally hatched out of the planet like an egg kind of thing. But going forward, I wonder if that's going to remain true.
Collision, existing outside the borders of the physical universe, though tangentially linked to it. The volatile forces here tear through the veil of the Great Dark, flooding into reality and warping creation. Together, the physical and spiritual were halves of a whole, the two becoming one, and the
Halves
one
of a whole,
becoming
both
all.
got to exist.
Okay, so what's this collective one you're talking about? And how exactly are the Great Dark Beyond and the Twisty Nether parts of it?
With both eyes open, she gazed upon me, the goddess, but as I had never seen her before.
Saloon?
Not just the Mother Moon, something more. With one
Something else.
eye, she saw a realm of limitless possibilities, ordained by light and life.
Killer Domes, we're going deep
And
in the
the
lore
other,
today.
she saw a realm of endless turmoil, disarrayed by shadow and death. It was then I realized the true nature of our goddess and the meaning of the symbols she provides us. In her right eye, I saw the eternal sun illuminating the great dark, radiating its holy light and nurturing the many physical worlds.
Right, okay, here.
In her
You
left,
see on the dark side, on the light side, we see the, yes, okay, Eonar, we got the Titans, we got some Naaru. Yeah, makes sense.
in her left, I saw the Mother Moon embracing the spiritual shadow of the twisting nether, receiving
Okay.
and overseeing
Burning,
the
the
universe's many
Legion, all these.
souls.
Yes, the old gods, the void, okay, all that stuff on this side. Got
And
it.
what I once
Demons.
understood as the echoes of an eternal conflict, I now perceive as balance. The two
Leaky coming in with the raid. Oh, guys, get ready. Get ready. I hope you're ready to go balls deep, because we are deep into this lore right now, watching this video from Zaxxus, which looks amazing so far, basically describing the very secrets of our universe and how everything works. Yes, the balance and all. Yeah, I forgot to shout out before. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. Leaky, thank you so much for the raid, man. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in, boys. Buckle up, strap in, get warm.
Let us lay waste to this realm.
Sacrilege, what a name. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to our Scourge. Get ready, because it's about to get wild.
fold emanation of the goddess, creating a cycle of life and death, born of light and shadow, balanced by the forces of order and chaos. For where there is light and life, always there follows shadow and death, and all that is ordered will fall to disorder. Such is the lesson of Elune, the first child of shadow and light.
The first child of shadow and light. Is that what he said Elune is? Hold on. That's important.
To disorder.
Yes.
Such is the lesson
Yes,
of
the
Elune,
lesson of Elune.
the first
child of shadow and light.
shadow and light.
Wait a minute, Elune? I thought she was just a night elf lunar deity. What's going on here, pal?
And still she is, but that is only half of her nature. To my people, the Kaldurai, she is the White Lady. To the Tauren, she is Musha and Anshe, the eyes of the Earth Mother.
Oh, shit.
Her reach extends far beyond the confines of Azeroth, and I
She's
believe
both.
her presence may be found wherever balance has been nurtured.
I always thought the Night Elves and the Tauren, you know, their references to the moon were the same, one and the same. I agree with that whole lore spotlight that he just gave there. They are one and the same. The Tauren and the Night Elves, unknowingly to each other, I think, are worshiping the same deity.
That would explain all of the interplanetary Night Warrior stuff we saw in Ardenwell. All right, go
Sorry
on.
about the ads, guys.
The goddess then turned my sight towards the field of stars within the great dark, revealing to me yet another mystery. It was in this balance of physical and spiritual, of world and soul, that the first children of Elune were born into reality. World souls, the living embodiment of her dual nature, manifesting as pure energy spinning out into the cosmos, finding warmth near a sun and growing in the heart of primordial worlds. These rare ancient spirits were brought forth as the stewards of her creation.
Wait, what was that? What was that? Yeah. Now she lives a history that surpassed the existence of the universe. Blink. I was an energy spinning out into the cosmos. Blink. If I found it found warmth near a sun, and a world formed around it and protected it and grew. Blink. Generations of life lived and died upon it. Where was this from? I read this before. 1,000 Years War. Yep, that's right. 1,000 Years War. That's what this was from. This was the images going through his mind. Oh, and this every time he blinked, he saw another image. That's right. Very interesting.
Were brought forth as the stewards of her creation.
Good night, Leaky. Thanks for coming in, man. Thank you for the raid.
Worlds, each with unique magical potencies suitable to their spirit's desire. And alongside them, the Naaru, beings composed of a scintillating holy light, determined to spread hope and nurture life wherever they found it. She showed me how together they were meant to maintain the balance, but something went terribly wrong. For too few of Elune's children had heeded her lesson, and in time, a dire fate would all but break the heart of the World Mother.
I think this lore is totally accurate, honestly. I do. I think the Titans kind of at some point deflected away from what they were supposed to do. They left their, you know, their basically their purpose for being, and they're just trying now to kind of hold power and hold things in check, because they know once Azeroth hatches or whatever, or comes out or comes to be, their time as rule's over. So they're trying to stop that from happening, thus keeping her asleep at everything else. Yes, thank you.
Servant, we have a realm to destroy.
Thank you for the follow, man. Welcome to our Scourge.
Suddenly, the radiant song that had been guiding me through the vision let out a cry of anger, fear, and sorrow, as if recoiling in pain. And with this surge of emotion came words from the goddess herself.
My children have lost sight of the balance. In their relentless quest for order, the Titan Pantheon has tilted the cosmic scales too far, misguided by my son Aman'Thul. Their actions...
Aman'Thul is the key. He is the bitch who's ruining everything. I totally agree with this. He is the one, the corruptor, basically. The one who's totally leading all the other Titans astray.
Born of my love,
I think Sargeras knew this.
Now threaten the fate of your world, my daughter.
The vision shifted,
that voice is amazing.
Azeroth,
Elune's voice is amazing.
A brilliant world soul. A most potent nexus between the astral and physical realms. She spoke once more.
Behold, Azeroth, the chosen. Avatar of my will in the great dark. My brightest light, and the fulcrum upon which true balance delicately rests. Her heart is that of my own, born to lead all of my children in the name of hope. But now she suffers. Her nature, my nature, stifled with the Titan's ignorance.
Damn.
The old gods, my shadow, were but one challenge. A lesson they were meant to learn from. The greatest trial falls upon you, my mortal children, to restore the balance disrupted by those who failed to uphold it.
I see what's happening here. So that's the World Soul Saga playing out right there. He basically the children of Azeroth, or these the children here that we are, looks like of Elune, are meant to bring balance once again.
Ondu Falador.
And with that final message, she allowed me to meditate in Azeroth's warm glow, reflecting on the symbols and mysteries she presented.
What does it all
It
mean?
paints a pretty picture, but hold the phone, Moon Boy. You telling me that this mother of all is to blame for the Black Empire? If what you say it is true, then what does that mean for all the cruel, twisted nastiness in the universe, like demons in
Yeah,
the
where are
void?
those? What did he explain for those?
Consider the lesson of the Shah. Wrought of the remains of the old god Yasaraj, these malevolent, shadowy spirits manifest from within the hearts of those who let their passions overwhelm them.
Yeah.
They are the manifestations of an unbalanced soul, and simply drowning out the darkness with nothing but light will only deepen the unbalance.
Right, so
Damn.
you're saying everybody needs a little bit of darkness.
Damn, what a line, man. What a great line. Yeah, it's exactly what he's saying. It's all about the balance. Can't have all one, neither of the other. Has to be both.
In them, even this whole universal
What up, Icewater?
deity thing.
It is our very nature, as it is hers and Azeroth's. This is why
Yeah,
she
Zaxxas does
reveals
a great
herself
job.
as the ever-changing moon with its many phases, a symbol and guide to integrate our inner shadows.
Fascinating. But how does this relate to those big baddies we keep hearing about, the Void Lords?
Yeah, yeah.
Before life had cast its shadow as death, there was the shadow of the light, which is the void. As I understand
Makes sense.
it, she and all of her children are born of these two cosmic fundamentals, and there are perhaps no finer examples that we know of to testify to this concept than that of the Naaru.
I'm interested to see what he says about the Naaru. They're very, they've changed so much. Originally, we just thought they were these benevolent beings that were like all good, all knowing. The Draenei basically, introduced us to them, and they worship them as gods. But then we saw the whole Illidan thing play out with Zira and everything, and like now we question everything about them, and the way they go into the void form and everything too. It's let's see how he explains the Naaru.
Ah, yes, the Naaru. Those glorified sparkly wind chimes who act like they've got it all
Sparkly
planned
wind
out
chimes.
and then go dark the moment you need them. You know, now that you mention it, remember back in Legion when Khadgar had this wacky theory that Elune created the Naaru during the Great Ordering of Light and Shadow? And we actually
yeah.
used the Tear of Elune to activate Zera's heart.
That's true.
That's making
We got
a
the
lot more
message from
sense now. I mean, they have
we got the message from the Thousand Years War here. This is when we found out what was going on over there.
been described as
The Army of the
pretty
Light.
much the angels of the Warcraft universe by Metzin himself. Maybe there's more to this connection between Elune and the Naaru than we gave it credit. Even on the orcish homeworld of Draenor, the fallen Naaru Kara was considered sacred by the Shadow Moon clan,
They are true.
which they called the Dark Star. And the prophet Velin, spiritual leader of the Draenei, suggested to Tyrande Whisperwind that the light of Elune was not too dissimilar to that he knew from a Naaru, an opinion she did not appreciate.
Interesting.
But since then, we've seen Tyrande embrace the darkest face of Elune and evoke the wrath of the Night Warrior. I
Right.
can admit, this next part is a bit of a stretch, but take a look at the so-called Eye of Elune used in the ritual, and tell me that this doesn't resemble the Eye of a Naaru.
Oh shit! Holy crap! He's kind of right though. I don't think it is a stretch, man. That is a freaking 1-to-1 match. What the hell?
In any case, the Night Warrior...
Wait, even right here. Look on her shoulders. Yeah. Look at the shoulders. Right here. Same thing. The moons with the dot. The crescent moon with the dot inside. The markings are literally right on her.
Night Warrior magic we saw creep across Tyrande's skin in Shadowlands is distinctly
interesting.
different from the usual white light of Elune that we're
Hey,
used
Lord
to.
of Pub, how you doing?
And
What
is
up,
more
Justice?
visually reminiscent of the Cosmic Void, as seen in newer spell effects featured in Dragonflight. If Elune is the mother to the Naaru, perhaps there's a connection between the
I
Night
can't believe I never noticed this stuff. Like it's been right in our face. I never noticed that it has crescent moons in it.
connection between the Night Warrior and
Damn,
cosmic
Zax, this is a
void
good
forces that
find.
extends beyond visual similarity. Because you see, the Naaru, proposed children of Elune, have a habit of falling to the void and actually becoming void lords. We saw some of this in the priest order hall.
Wait a minute, did that void lord just have the same thing above his shoulders? Did that... What is this? What is this? We have just have like crazy breakthrough. Did Zaxxas just discover something insane?
We saw some of this in the priest order hall in Legion, the Netherlight Temple, where Soraka the Light Eater, a Void Lord, is restored to her Naaru form, Sara. So, we're getting a little wrapped up in this whole Naaru thing. But, Larandu, you said she's also the mother of the Titans.
I mean, Light and Shadow are siblings, made of one thing. Yeah, that's what this whole video is talking about.
That she created one of them. So why the double jump up the cosmic ladder? And what's going on?
No, that's canon. It's a fallen Naaru. Yes, I know. I'm just referring to the image. I know that was a fallen Naaru. Yes, this right here is a fallen Naaru. I'm just talking about the imaging and the fact that they kind of chose to give us this angle right here, where you can clearly see the two in the background. Yes, I agree. It is canon.
So, we're getting a little wrapped up in this whole Naaru thing. But, Larandu, you
Rightfully
said she's
so.
also the mother of the Titans and Azeroth? It's arguably a big enough leap to imply that she created one of them. So why the double jump up the cosmic ladder? And what's going on with things like the Winter Queen and Primus from the Shadowlands referring to her as sister and
that's right, yeah.
counterpart in the realms of life?
Yeah, how do you
There is
explain
much
this?
to ponder and deepen our understanding of in these regards. Perhaps at another time, but for now, hear these mysteries as answers. Inquire as to who created the Winter Queen with the image she bears, and why they chose that role and form for her. Consider that little sisters can be born long after the eldest and are not necessarily equal.
True.
Let us not forget that the priestesses of the Mother Moon are
Could be her
known
stepsister.
as a sisterhood of Elune, referring to each other as such.
Oh my, I love this imagery. Damn. Look at this shit. Eonar on the light side, Winter Queen on the shadow side. Sisters. Maybe the eldest sister right here in the center. Whoa.
And of course, the realms of
What a
life,
great image.
why they are here and now, the
I guess it's-
reality we know. For it is when we die that our souls enter the realms of death, some regenerating in the spiritual nether to be born again as life through the Emerald Dream.
Sure.
But do you think that the Titans would truly ignore the spirit of life and leave an ethereal plane such as the Nether unmarked by their hubris and order?
Easy, fella. Are you implying that the Titan Pantheon ordered portions of the Twisting Nether, using Azeroth to create the Shadowlands and the Emerald Dream as we know them?
Oh my god, damn, this is getting crazy. Holy crap, yeah. I mean, look, they are ordering beings. That's what the Titans are. It does make sense that they would over-order, right? They went through the drive-thru and they clearly over-ordered. That's what happened. Yeah, my guess is the Naaru are the new Legion that had secret intentions and deceived those poor priests on Azeroth. Very possible. I wouldn't be surprised if we find out the Naaru have kind of been telling half-truths, maybe full lies even.
If not the Titans, then surely some other agents of order.
Oh shit.
Now that you mention
He's just flashing images. Look at the color.
Some other agents
that.
of order.
Look at
Now
that.
that you mention it, that whole Covenant shebang really is a big sorting system for souls. Not exactly random or natural.
Ah, damn, he's right. Yeah, basically the entirety of the freaking Shadowlands is not a natural way of doing things. And we already know the Primus and Aman'Thul, they've been playing together, right? They've been meeting each other, finger-popping each other a little bit, having background meetings. We know that Aman'Thul taught the Primus how to deal with time shit. That's why he's such a great commander, because he can look to the future, understand how a battle's going to go, and make adjustments based on that. And then we know that the Primus gave Aman'Thul domination magic. So they've met, they've discussed these things. It makes sense that the order, the way that the afterlife works, the Shadowlands works, is very orderly. Extremely orderly. Maybe over-orderly. I see where he's going
And
with
then
this.
there's Eonar, the Life Binder, patron titan of the Emerald Dream. who is known to have a deeper love for Elune than the other Titans. Not only is she
So orderly, in fact, now that I'm thinking about it, so orderly, in fact, that they kicked Zoval out from basically ordering shit, and they put a freaking drone in his place. Because they were like, nope, Zoval might be too erratic. We can't control Zoval the same way that we can control this freaking robotic being that we put in his place. Let's just do that instead. Kick Zoval out, throw him into the maw, and then portray him as a bad guy. Have the heroes of Azeroth go and kill him. And the last thing he talks about is what is to come. Shit, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Her keeper with the first tier of Elune, the pillar of creation that we activated the heart of the Prime Naaru with. But recently we learned in patch 10.2, Guardians of the Dream, that she is said to have planted the first
kind of unhinged.
world tree, Elune here, using a branch of the mother world tree, Garnier, and naming it after her beloved Elune.
That makes sense.
Think about the green dragon aspect to Ysera, who is not just blessed with Aeonar's powers, but has always been favored by Elune, serving as ward to the dream.
True.
Clearly, there's quite the connection, but what exactly created that first tier of Elune? In Chronicle, Aeonar's designated keeper Freya is said to have bound the spirits of the wild gods to the Emerald Dream at Mount Hyjal. This almost sinister phrasing has to make us wonder about Aeonar's title as the Lifebinder, and question the nature of the Emerald Dream as we know it. Wouldn't you shed a tear if you were peer pressured by your brothers into subjugating your sister, that is technically speaking also your mother?
Damn, yeah, that's pretty depressing. Yeah, that makes sense.
And worse, what if you were the one being used by your Titan children to ensnare powerful spirits and use their souls as they please?
Shit.
It almost makes...
Maybe she's being dominated into doing so. Now, I've looked at the model of Eonar before. I don't really see like any signs of rune magic or domination magic on her body, but it would be that's an interesting view of Eonar right there. Look at those snakes wrapped around her wrist, though. What the hell is that? Or vines? Those are vines. Maybe something going on behind those. Maybe there's rune magic underneath. Who knows? But she could be. I mean, we know Aman'Thul is capable of using domination magic. He could have dominated her into doing shit like this. Hence leading to the crying, Tear of Elune, all that shit.
Used by your Titan children to ensnare powerful spirits and use their
Wouldn't be
souls
shocked.
as they please. It almost makes my eyes water. Now, why would Aeonar consider Azeroth to be her mother, you ask? Let's quickly recall the Well of Eternity and its mysterious connection to Elune.
Okay.
Ancestors to the Night Elves, the mystical dark trolls, had found the well and began worshipping the moon goddess Elune, who they believed was bound to the Well of Eternity itself. And they had a strange notion that the goddess's essence was sleeping inside the well during the daytime. These trolls communed with Elune and began to discover Titan-forged words, such as Kalimdor, eventually calling themselves the Kaldorai, and becoming the Night Elves we know. The first Night Elf society that bloomed around this area named their capital city Elundris, meaning the Eye of Elune. This is really beginning to add up around here. What used to seem like the scattered seeds of a story waiting to blossom can now be seen in this new light as the interconnected epic lineage of Elune, rooted into the foundations of the warcraft cosmos.
Pretty good.
In her infinite wisdom, Elune sees the universe not as threads of light and dark to be separated, but to be woven together. She understood that neither...
Dude, it kind of... Even the imagery of... Like the way you just described it, light and dark woven together. Even the imagery of... he got a cool image here of Azeroth and what she looks like. If you think about it, that fiery look and the fire... there is like a lot of light and purple in there. In that globe. Right? That global image that we've seen of her before. I think he shows it right here. Yeah, this. It does very much... There's purple... And there's light in there, right? It does look like a perfectly woven ball of shadow and light, now that I think about it. Most certainly. Damn.
Together.
Shit's mind-blowing.
She understood that neither light nor shadow could or should reign supreme. She bestowed upon us a sacred charge to recognize that balance is not a state to be achieved and forgotten, but a service to be continually embraced and humbled by. There is much work to be done, though I have faith in the goddess. Undo Falador, let the balance be restored.
Shit, what a great
Thank you,
image.
Arandia, for that apocryphal venture into a lunar la-la land. But these revelations are just the beginning, folks. As we enter the War Within Alpha this year, much will come to light on how these mysteries connect. And our next video in the Elune Truth Saga will uncover the rotting roots of Elune here, winding through the depths of Kaz-Algar. So stay tuned!
Deeper her roots will grow, as the old gods say.
Remember, this is just one take on the grand scope
As
of
Nazat
Warcraft's
said.
lore, pieced together with love, speculation, and a dash of mojo-infused imagination. But tell us in the comments below, what's your take? What did you make of this Calderai lunatic's ideas on Elune,
Calderai
Azeroth,
lunatic.
and the cosmos? Send your letters and let us know. Thank you so very much for attending this episode of Knowledge Wars, where the truth isn't just out there, it's buried under layers of Night Elf ruins
Awesome
and
stuff.
Titan machinery. Remember, folks, you are the resistance to the Titan Soul Matrix. Your time is precious, and you spending it here means a heck of a lot. I hope you enjoyed and join us next time. New subscriber discount on our Casualite supplements.
Get your cash, my boys. Yes, another great... Oh, man, you didn't have to do that. Thank you. Thank you for putting that in there. I appreciate that. Oh, he's got a little link to my page, too. Wow. Wow. Honestly, my mind is blown by some of the shit that he had in this video. Especially the iconography between the Tear of Elune and the images of the Naaru here with the half moons. I had never noticed this. Never. That is great. Guys, here's a link to the video. Go check it out. Watch it all the way through. Give the man a like. It's a great one. Thank you so much. This is an awesome video, man. And the entirety of the lore behind Elune. I knew Elune was going to be important. But honestly, in this video, you convinced me that she's going to be even more important than I thought. I think there is a lot of importance behind Elune. There's a reason why she's still so mysterious. And she does have connections to the Titans. We know that through ENR and connections to the Shadowlands, through the Winter Queen. So there's a lot of interwoven storytelling that's about to happen through Elune. And these images that you put together here, some of this stuff's really crazy. It makes a lot of sense. It does. And I think it's gonna lead us down some crazy lore going forward. I'm excited to see what you got here. Yes, yeah, definitely subscribe to him after you're Caesar Peasy. Yes. Thank you so much. Great videos, Axis. Great work, man. Awesome video.